Hey, howdy, hey, and welcome back to another Vital Cards video. Today, we have my second ever Beckett graded card order, which is just the second time I've done it because their prices typically have been higher. Their turnaround times have been slower than other grading companies. Why did I choose to use them again? Couple things. The turnaround time was supposed to be 60 days, which was actually about the same as PSA at the time for their bulk. Their price was about the same as PSA and SGC. With subgrades, there was some collector special for about $18 a card. I think one of the big differences, though, is shipping. Beckett just seems to have really high shipping costs. But anyway, so I have a couple cards for PC, a couple cards to flip, and a couple cards that I was not satisfied with the grade PSA got. And so these are mostly thicker cards, I sent it to Beckett to kind of cross-grade it, get a second opinion, so to say. And I'll have a subgrade so I can actually tell what is wrong with it. So I think Beckett kind of has the ideal with the subgrades to tell you what's wrong with it, which isn't the perfect way of doing it. I know some people prefer, like, is it like Tag or Arena Club? Some other smaller graders. But Beckett, you can at least get the BGS, you get the subgrades, so it kind of points you in the right direction of what's wrong. One card did not get graded. And so I'll have a theory on why. So I have seen these grades, so they're not a blind reveal for me, but they are a blind reveal for you. And if you've watched the channel, you have seen some of our mail day videos, and you'll recognize some of these cards, or if you've seen, you know, the grading order, previous grading order returns. You may have seen some of these graded in PSA, so was it worth cracking out? Let's find out. Alright, so starting off, this card had questionable authenticity of the patch, which is the second time this happened to me also in my first order. With BGS, I sent in a George Brett card with a nice patch, and it got sent back just like this. This is a Jerry Rice Game Used jersey patch. So apparently the patch is questionable. So basically my theory is that they don't want to, I don't know, they don't like these Fleer. I think the George Brett was Fleer as well, I believe. So they still took my money for this, but they don't give me a slab or a grade or anything. And there's like no markings at all, like that the card has been tampered with that I could tell. And they decide that it is questionable. So that one, I guess, will stay in the collection and maybe wait till PSA price goes down, or maybe there's an SGC football special or something. So we'll set that one off to the side. It doesn't really count as a grade. Starting off here, this is the first one, Patrick Mahomes Majestic. This was a PSA 6. And I thought it was at least a PSA 8. So let's see what Beckett gave it. Beckett gives it an 8.5, with the corners being the worst at an 8, which I can tell. They're kind of soft because it's a thicker card. This is out of 75. Second year Mahomes. Kind of some bad lighting. I wonder. There we go. 10 on the center, perfect centering. Edges and surface get 8.5, which I guess you can live with because the highest it could be is an 8.5 or maybe a 9 with the corners being an 8, so they only let it be so much higher up. All right, next up we have this Miguel Cabrera. Now this was a pretty cool patch card from Topps Museum. Gets an 8.5, so it's got, you know, like a couple breaks in it, 2 different colors, some threads in it. So let's see, nothing got a 10, nothing even got a 9.5. We got 8 surface, 8.5 edges, centering and corners both get 9. So that is unfortunate, and this slab is like, it just looks scratched. That's weird. Wonder if I just need to wipe them down or something. So 2 8.5s to start, and look how thick these are. These are thick cards. I'm just glad they're not showing up in like book size. You know, one time I sent a card to PSA and it was like a mini card and it came back in a slab the size of this box. Not cool. Here's a cool one though. We've got the gold label here on the back. This is out of 99 Kareem Abdul-Jabbar game used jersey card. Gets a 9.5. So we're happy with that. One of the legends. Centering gets a 9. That's the weak point. Corners, edges get 9.5s, and the surface gets a 10. How do they even tell centering on these? Maybe the back heavy on the left. But it's just a card that doesn't have, you know, like a border, so like, you know, like Prism. It's not like Prism or like, it's not like this where there's like a clear border. So it kind of is frustrating because it's hard to tell, but I guess they have their ways. Here is another regrade. This was a PSA 5, and I have 2 of these, by the way. But I decided to send one to see how it would do, and it gets a bump to an 8.5. 9 centering, surface 9.5. This is out of 100 Dr. J, game used jumbo patch from Upper Deck Black Diamond. Corners are 8.5, edges 8.5, so that is what's bringing it down. Which, the corners made sense. Edges, I think the edges made sense too, but this is a little bit thinner patch card. Anyways, so next up is a nice pairing for the Kareem. This is Wilt, the Stilt Chamberlain game used jersey card. This one gets an 8.5 as well. Surface gets an 8, corners 8.5. This is from 2002, by the way, after he had passed. Gosh. These slabs are all like skidded. You see that right on his face? That just goes all the way down the card. Edges 9, centering 9. Again with the centering. What are they looking at? It doesn't look like unappealing for centering, I suppose. Anyway, just kind of wanted to get that one slabbed. That one's definitely a PC card. Same with the Mahomes, so that's all right. Here's another. Okay, we got a gold label here, so I think you know what that means. 9.5. This is a cool one. Traded this one with my brother. We got Eli Manning and a Joe Montana dual game used jersey card. 9.5s for everything except the corners, which get a 9. It's another cool one to, I don't know, legendary quarterbacks, maybe you'd say. All right, here, now we're moving to a little bit more modern stuff. We have this was from 2006 Upper Deck Reflections, cut from the same cloth. Here we got some Bowman Chrome autographs. I got this at my Dallas card show when I went. It gets a 9.5. Centering is a 9. Interesting. It doesn't look like a 9. Anyways. Corners, surface get the 9.5, and the edges get a 10. So that's nice. Oh my gosh. Look at that quality control. The label is out of its holder. You can see it's supposed to be pushed over. It is all the way to the left. That's annoying. And there's not even an autograph grade on it. I paid for an autograph grade. So there may be some customer service contact. Woof. Because even if the auto is like a 9, which it may be because of the streak, then you'd at least want that on there if you paid $5 for it, right? Just examining the rest of these. So we're about 50-50 for 9.5s. We have one more 8.5 than 9.5. Here's one with an auto grade coming up because it's got this solid back. It gets a 10 for the autograph, but an 8.5 for the card. This is straight from Panini. 9 centering, 9 edges, 8 corners. What? And a 9 on the surface. Straight from Panini. Maybe a soft corner up there, but I didn't send it like that. Woof. Okay. Nick Bolton rookie autograph. Straight from Panini it wasn't even redemption. I had to use my rewards points on that. Topps Museum Collection. We actually got 2 of these. Both get 9/10s. Okay, we'll start with this one. 8.5 centering, 9.5 edges, corners and surface get a 9. It's better than 8.5, I guess. This one, 8.5 corners, 9.5 surface, 9.5 edges, and a 9 on the centering. And 10 autograph though. This is second year Salvador Perez. So it's kind of like first year of his autographs. So that's why I sent those ones. And then lastly, we have this Pacific Revolution Terrell Owens red. Got a PSA 5. And I have a couple more from this set that also got they were like 5s and 6s. So I may resend them. Because this one gets an 8. Corners 8. Edges 7.5, surface and centering are 9s. So it's a little red action out of $2.99. Anyways, that is it. So we got 1 8, 5 8.5s, 2 9s, and 3 9.5s. So obviously not trying for, let's see, that's okay. That's all right. So let's see. All 3 of these improved on their grades from PSA. So those are all positives. 8.5, I'll take that because that's PC and it's like 8.5. It's gonna be an 8.5 or 9, I think. It definitely wasn't a gem. So 4 happy. 2 disappointments. there. These ones, I guess, are too okay. Those ones are okay, so not happy, but not disappointing because they at least got the 9s. And they get the 10 autographs, so. And then, obviously, all these are happy. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 12. So, the majority, I'm happy with. 2, I'm okay with. And 3, I'm disappointed with. So, 25% disappointment. And like almost 75% happy with. So, you know, you can't win them all. You got to pick your battles. Probably will be a battle for this one. Getting my autograph grade that I paid for on that. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and eBay.